Hello, students. Welcome to our English class. How are you? I hope you're well. It's time to start. In the last virtual class, we learned about the present progressive as future. Do you remember? Let's do a review. We can also use the present progressive to talk about future arrangements, and we often say the time and or place. For example, I'm visiting the National Zoo tomorrow. They are coming to our house on Saturday. What are you doing tonight? Okay, these sentences are in present progressive, but of course we refer to future. Okay? Now, be careful with that part. We usually use the present continuous when the activity has been arranged. Yes, when you have a plan, you use the present progressive as future. We usually use going to for a plan which hasn't been arranged. Okay, look at examples. I'm meeting Emma after school. I have talked to her and organized the time to meet. Yes, in that case, you have a plan, okay? You organize the time to the meet. The second example, I'm going to watch TV after school. This is my plan, but I haven't organized it. For this reason, I'm using the future be going to, okay? Because I don't have a plan. Remember, we use the present progressive as future when you have a plan. Now, students, it's time to work with our book. Please open your book on page number 8. The first activity. Read the schedule and match the photos A to D with 4 of the events. Look at the picture. A, B, C, and D. Okay, now we're going to match. What's happening on Saturday? At 9:30 a.m., leave the hotel and walk to the Union Station. At 10:30 a.m., take the sightseeing bus tour of Washington, D.C. At 1:15 p.m., have lunch in Pizza Paradise restaurant. At 2:30 p.m., take the subway to Independence Avenue. At 3 p.m., visit the National Air and Space Museum with Steve, Jay, Emma, Ramon. Visit the National Museum of Natural History with Carrie, Silvana, Alex, Lara. At 5:30 p.m., return to the hotel. At 6:45 p.m., leave for the theater, The Lion King. Now it's time to match. Okay, the first picture. What is the activity? Very good. Visit the National Museum of Natural History. The second activity on the second picture, letter B. What is the activity? Good. Take a sightseeing bus tour of Washington, D.C. Letter C. What is the activity? Leave for the theater, The Lion King. And the last picture, what is the activity? Visit the National Air and Space Museum. Good. Now, students, the next activity, listening. Listen to Steve, the tour guide, and look at the schedule. Note down 3 changes to the arrangement for Saturday. Please listen to the recording, and we're gonna write this activity in our notebook, okay?
Unit 1, Lesson 1, Exercise 2.
Okay, can you all be quiet for a minute? I want to tell you about some changes to the arrangements for tomorrow, so listen up. First of all, we're not leaving the hotel tomorrow morning at 9:30. We're leaving at 10 o'clock, so you can stay in bed for an extra 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah!
After lunch, we're going to visit the museums. But we aren't taking the subway, we're going by bus. It's easier to take the bus, and it's nicer. I'm taking some people to the National Air and Space Museum, and Carrie is taking a group to the National Museum of Natural History. And then we're going to the Lion King in the evening. It starts at 7:30, and we want to be sure that we're at the theater in good time, so we're leaving the hotel 15 minutes earlier. We're leaving at 6:30. So please be ready to leave by 6:30. All right? Is that clear? Any questions?
Good. Please listen the recording again. Now we're going to check the answers, okay? But don't forget, in your house, you listen again. Okay, what is the first change? Good. They are leaving the hotel at 10 o'clock, not 9:30. The second change? They aren't taking the subway to the museum. They are going to by bus. Three, or the third change. They are leaving for the theater at 6:30, not 6:45. Good. Please, students, remember this activity you're going to write in your notebook, okay? The activity number 2. Now, when you finish to do the activity, you can check your answer with the PowerPoint. Here I have the correct answers. Okay. Now we continue with the next activity. After listening, so when you finish to listen in your house, answer the questions. 1. What time is the group leaving the hotel on Saturday morning? They are leaving the hotel at 10 o'clock. Very good. 2. When are they taking the sightseeing tour? They are taking the sightseeing tour at 10:30. 3. Where are they having lunch? They are having lunch in Pizza Paradise restaurant. 4. Who is taking them to the Air and Space Museum? Steve is taking them to the Air and Space Museum. 5. Which museum is Lara going to? Lara is going to the National Museum of Natural History. 6. Is Alex going to the Air and Space Museum? No, Alex isn't going to the Air and Space Museum. He is going to the National Museum of Natural History. 7. How long are they spending at the museum? They are spending 2.5 hours in the museum. 8. When are they leaving for the theater? They are leaving for the theater at 6:30. Very good, students. Don't forget, you listen the recording again in your house. When you finish, you can check your answers with the PowerPoint. Okay, here you have the questions and the answers. Now we continue with the next activity. Activity number 5, okay? The number 4 we're going to do in our classroom. 6. Listening. Steve is talking about arrangement for Sunday. Listen and number A to E in the right order. Okay, please listen carefully.
Unit 1, Lesson 1, Exercise 5. And we have another full day for you on Sunday. First, we're starting with a visit to the National Zoo at 10 o'clock, and we're spending 2 hours there. Next, at 12:30, we're having a picnic lunch at Fletcher's Boathouse down by the river. Then, after lunch, there's plenty of time for shopping in Georgetown, and you can buy all kinds of souvenirs and gifts there. After that, at 4 o'clock, we're taking a paddle boat trip on the river for an hour. And finally, at the end of the afternoon, at 5 o'clock, we're walking along the reflecting pool. It's really beautiful, so don't forget your cameras.
Please don't forget to listen again. Now, what is the first activity? Very good. The first activity is visit the National Zoo. Good. So letter B, it's number 1. What is the second activity? Number 2. Good. Letter E, have lunch at Fletcher's Boathouse. 3. Yes, letter A, go shopping in Georgetown. Number 4, take a paddle boat trip. And number 5, letter C, walk along the reflecting pool. Very good. Now it's time to complete that part. What's happening on Sunday? Okay, it's similar to this part. Okay? 10 a.m. noon, visit the National Zoo. Okay? At 12:30 p.m., have lunch at Fletcher's Boathouse. At 2 p.m., go shopping in Georgetown. 4 p.m., take a paddle boat trip. At 5 to 5:30 p.m., walk along to the reflecting pool. Very good. Now, this activity we're going to do in our classroom. Now, students, we're going to do the writing. Okay, we're going to complete the postcard. Now complete Emma's postcard to her parents. Please pay attention. In that part, we're going to use the sequences adverbs. Okay, the present progressive is often used with the sequenced adverbs first, next, then, after that, and finally for future arrangements. Okay, now look at this. We're going to complete about the listening. If you are not sure, please listen again. Now we're gonna check the answers. Saturday. This is a perfect vacation. We are going to see The Lion King tonight, and there is lots happening tomorrow. First, we're visiting the National Zoo. Next, we're having lunch at Fletcher's Boathouse. Then, we're going shopping in Georgetown. And after that, we're taking a paddle boat trip. Finally, we're walking along the reflecting pool. See you next week. Love, Emma. Okay, students, this activity you're going to do in your notebook, okay? Now, you can check your answers with the PowerPoint. Here I have the correct answers. Good. Now, our homework for this virtual class. We have 2 activities. 1, complete the workbook, page 74. And the second activity, imagine that you are traveling to Cusco tomorrow, okay? I know what this is impossible, but please imagine. Imagine. Complete the postcard describing where you are and what your arrangements are, okay? Develop this activity in your notebook. Don't forget. Please complete this postcard, okay? Imagine that you are traveling to Cusco tomorrow. This is a perfect vacation, okay? My family and I are traveling to Cusco. And there is lots happening tomorrow, okay? Now you complete. Okay, don't forget to take a picture of your homework and send it to me. Okay, students, our class is over. That's all for today. See you. Bye.